Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education commentary. And today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today, we are dealing with an article from Above the Law, which comments on the bar exam I just took. In this article entitled, Bar Examiners Test Rule Against Perpetuities, because screw you, we're the bar examiners. I feel that on a personal level. I feel that very much, yeah. Amid mounting criticism of the bar exam being out of touch with the practice law, the bar exam just proved it. A little bit, man. A little bit. I was there, man. The bar exam remains a profound waste of time. It's a closed book test for a profession about research. I mean, there's truth to that. It's a generalist exam in a deeply specialized profession. That's kind of true. I mean, it does test you on all the things. That's definitely true. Good lawyers fail it all the time, and incredibly terrible lawyers pass it all the time. Meaning it fails is the only defensible rule as a professional sorting hat. I love Above the Law already. But the bar examiners and their $152 million lobbying group, professional conference, the National Conference of Bar Exam, dismiss criticism the exam is out of touch with the actual practice of law. Pay no attention to empirical evidence that has no impact on protecting the public, thrives upon arbitrary rules, screws over women, and has a bit of, shall we say, a deeply embedded racist problem. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with any of those particular criticisms, but I'll agree with this particular criticism that we're about to talk about. We need a bar exam to teach the real law schools don't. Fast forward to this guy, Liz C. Jill, who is the wonderful Lizard of Oz, who says, having two questions about the rule against perpetuities, a decrepit 17th doctrine so notoriously messy to apply it that most states have either reworked it or abolished it completely, is a hell of a middle finger to bar examinees. Pog. A rule against perpetuity questions? Oh, I'm sorry. Two rules against perpetuity questions. Yeah. The examiners have crossed the Rubicon of pettiness. I thought they would have reached peak contempt when they anonymously signal. They would retaliate against anyone who publicly criticized the test. Oh joy, I look forward to that. But to face the criticism that the exam is disconnected from reality, and then ask the rule against perpetuities is a real let them eat cake stuff. Even to the extent jurisdictions still use common law form of this, what percentage of examiners are going to be trust and state lawyers? Not many. This is like medical boards asking about gingivitis. Sure, it's an ailment, but we got a whole other group of people involved in that. and then this guy gets apparently a fortune cookie or something in this cartoon. Future interest must vest if at all within 21 years after the death of a life and being at the time the interest is created. That would be the rule against perpetuities. And the guy says, whoa, this is worthless. I feel that. Sean Tren, previously seen offering janky political analysis to rat fuck New York's legislative maps, recently stuck it to those law school eggheads for criticizing the bar exam. Sean T. at RCP says it should lie, so law profs who didn't practice law are dumping on the bar exam again. Having practiced, it was really useful to learn black letter property law. My practicing hasting property prof skipped over in favor of a 2-week discussion as to whether trees should have standing. Fun. Ron Howard voice. The bar exam had 2 rules against perpetuity questions. Life came at this really fast. But here's the thing. At best, this argument justifies replacing the law school curriculum with the bar prep curriculum, which is irrelevant to most criticisms of the bar exam. So his failure to grasp the argument doesn't match up with the critiques is unintentionally a compelling argument for why law schools favor teaching abstract legal reasoning over black letter law. A lawyer can look up the law later, but being able to construct an argument has to be ingrained. I tend to agree with this to large part, to be honest. I think that the fact that law licenses are not as portable between states is a little bit weird, because you can always look up the law, right? And lawyers, even specialist lawyers, look up the law all the time. I've been doing my job for 15 years, and I still looked up the rules and the law all the time. Because, like, you want to be sure. It's like, I've been doing this for 15 years, but let me look it up again, just to be sure. And you still check. So I found the fact that your license is not portable from place to place a little odd, because it's like I can always look up the specific law. So, and I always should be looking up the specific law at some point. So what are we doing? The above the law continues to have the following criticisms. Honestly, the rule against perpetuities is a useful lesson for future attorneys. It's because it's the kind of abstract theorizing that teaches the kind of legal reasoning. But like other lessons of practice-hating law prof in this anecdote, it's best taught in a classroom setting as part of 1L doctrine theory curriculum on an exam that bills itself as the last word in practical testing. Daniel Rodriguez from Twitter says, rumor has it they're considering abolishing the bar exam at the end of the current lives of the NCBE employees, plus 21 years. Wait, too soon? I see what you did there, but no, that would still not be soon enough. This is great stuff. Let's wrap this up. The rule against perpetuities is dead and dumb, and it's so obscure that I think that there was even a case in California way back where lawyers who specialize in wills were being excused from knowing the rule because it's so obscure, even professionals get screwed up. And the bar exam was testing on this incredibly obscure doctrine that no one likes. So yeah, there have been some criticisms of this, to be sure. So yeah, so I don't know how that's going to impact grading or anything like this, but it was definitely it was a thing to behold, my friends. And at least for a moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this article.